Good afternoon, you guys. We are doing a futuristic shoot. I'm super excited. I've been really into like cyberpunk, like that kind of stuff. I started this supernova board on Pinterest, so I really wanted to do something inspired by that. This is mainly going to be editing, but we are going to have to shoot the photos that we're going to edit, so let's get it. I'm going to switch to my white backdrop. It's not even a backdrop, it's just a white paper wall that I got from Michael's. It is getting a little old now, so this will probably be one of the last shoots that I use this for, which is cool because there's this part where I have to get my hair up, and the only way I can think of getting my hair up is pinning it, which means I'll have to put holes into this paper. So that's all good. So I'm going to hang up my white paper from Michael's, which costs like, I don't know, maybe $5. It was really cheap, you guys. So this is definitely a nice alternative for a backdrop. It just won't last as long as the seamless paper, but it is a good alternative. So we're gonna go ahead, put this baby up, and we'll shoot. So I'm trying to decide if I want to do a face beat, because I'm looking at the images that are my inspiration and it literally is all like editing, and yeah, most of the face is covered. I don't know if y'all can see it, so I don't think I'm gonna do my makeup. I love when I don't have to do my makeup. Alright, y'all, so we're pretty much set up. This is how it looks. I know y'all can't see. Anyways, so my camera is at we're at 50 shutter speed, 3.5 f-stop, and 640. I think I can go down on the ISO. I'm gonna go down to a little under 400 for the ISO. And we're gonna shoot using self timer mode. I have a video all about taking photos of yourself on your DSLR, so you guys definitely check it out if you want to see shooting on self timer mode. But yeah, we're gonna shoot vertical portraits for the most part, and let's get it. We're gonna do another look, same bodysuit, but we're gonna do like a fur. Saw one of the girls in a fur, that was pretty cool. Black fur, black on black. I need some new shades, you guys. It is hot in here. It's hot. Let's say hot. Alright, you guys, so for the last look, I'm actually going to switch to like a sheer flowy top because I'm going to get a fan to blow it up, and I'm going to pin my braids to the thing. Y'all see. So for this shot, I have a fan down here. That did not help. My tripod's broken, so I'm using a light stand for this camera. So I have my fan down here, which will hopefully make this flow to the sky. So since my braids are obviously too thick to fan up, we're going to pin my braids to the wall. Just the front braids. Okay, let's do 8. All right, 10 braids, you guys. My sister is on standby in case this is horrendous. YOLO. All right, so far so good. I feel like someone's gonna come in the comments with a much easier way that I could have achieved this look. Okay, come on. You got this, guys. DIY content creation. Here we go. Sydney, help. Sydney! I can't reach the other 2 pins. I feel like I'm Phineas and Ferb. When he says like, what are we gonna do today? But it's like a shoot, you know? Like, what are we gonna do today? Oh, let's do a futuristic photo shoot where I pin my hair to the wall.
I know, we're gonna do today.
Can you turn the fan on? 3. If you're doing that last shot, you may need some help. Thanks, Sydney.
What?
I said thank you.
You're welcome.
Can't thank people nowadays, jeez. Alright, y'all, those are the shots. Let's get into editing. My happy place. Now we are going to edit these photos. It's gonna be all really about the editing. So I already pre-selected the photos that I want to edit for you guys. So I'm going to open up the images in Photoshop, open one of the photos. All right, wonderful. So I liked this one, of course, because it looks like I'm scanning something, so let's really make it look like that. I went ahead and went into Google Images and just searched for like a bunch of different things. Like I looked up transparent futuristic, transparent cyberpunk, transparent, just all transparent things, or I got things that had like a black or white background so I could easily edit the background, and I added those to a folder as well. So this image, I know I wanted to be kind of scanning things. I said I wanted my head to be kind of open. We'll see. What do I have in here? So I have some mask, some scan images, some what were these things called? Circuit tattoos. Yeah, a lot of different stuff we can play around with, you guys. Do I want to mask, you guys? I kind of want to mask. I think the mask was supposed to be for the other one, but this is the only picture where I'm facing forward. Okay, so I'm gonna bring in this picture, which I love, and I'm going to take her mask. Can I borrow this, ma'am? Oh, so I'm using my lasso tool to carefully mask out this beautiful mask. Is cyberpunk the future? Alright, so I'm gonna click mask and see. I'm basically taking her mask, man. So I'm going to kind of move it a little bit, make it more so fit me. I probably have to change around the perspective. Okay, so we're going to go into edit, transform, and we're going to distort a little bit so that it fits my neck. She wasn't wearing glasses, so she didn't have this problem. Alright, we'll figure that out. Wonderful. So it is kind of covering, like it's not in my neck or any of that kind of stuff. So we're going to go ahead and duplicate this background layer. And I'm going to drag it above this layer so that I can make sure that my turtleneck and my braids are in front of that mask. And so I'm just telling Photoshop that I want to keep that so that the mask doesn't, whoops, so the mask doesn't ever stays in my neck. I'm gonna switch, so I'm gonna select the black and white version of Skin My Layers panel, and I'm going to use my brush, my eraser, to kind of erase the part that's covering my glasses. You know, she wasn't wearing glasses, so she doesn't really understand the struggle of glasses and a mask. Alright, let's see what else we got in the folder. Let's add some stuff to my shades. Zoom it in, zoom it in. Alright, so I got some scanny stuff. And what I'm gonna do is, after I drop it in, I'm gonna go back into my layers and I'm going to go to screen mode and then kind of put this on my glasses. I'm gonna drag it to be behind that mask there. Alright, and then I'm just going to go to edit, transform once again, and I'm going to change the perspective because I'm kind of looking more in that direction. Beautiful. check that. I want to add some stuff to me, you know. All right, let's put something to scan. What am I looking at, man? Ooh, let's take this thingy-majiggy. What is this, the world? Yeah, we're gonna take the world here, the beautiful world, and we're going to have it come out of my the other side of my glasses. So let me go ahead and take away that black background there. We're gonna go to screen. Coolio. Make this a bit smaller. Wonderful. All right, let's add back in my circuit tattoo, you guys. Didn't feel right without my circuit tattoo. Okay, so I'm gonna go back into my lasso tool here. Make it look a little bit more natural. Layer mask, hot selection. Beautiful. Let's go back to my regular eraser. Kind of do a nice little erasing here. Beautiful. And now if I go into effects, color overlay, it should just overlay that selection. So I'm going to click on my color here, and I'm gonna still the color from this like kind of bluish. That is not white, so it doesn't want to do white, so we're gonna go, it doesn't want to do the blue that I'm selecting, so we're gonna just select the blue ourselves. Alright, I'm gonna do overlay. I'm gonna lower the opacity a bit. Alright, this is very interesting thus far. Okay, I think I'm gonna add another scanning screen onto here. If it lets me. There we go. And so I'm actually going to make this screen, put it more out here. Let's go ahead, take out the background, go to screen, and I'll make it a little bit bigger, and we're going to once again edit, transform our perspective, and then we'll make it like that. I like the way you do that right there. Can I move this out? Do what I want you to do. Alright, I'm kind of satisfied. I'm gonna go back into my mask just to try to make it look a bit more like the image colors. So I'm gonna go to edit edit adjustment to the image, and I'm just gonna kind of bring down like the contrast because I don't use a lot of contrast in my photos initially. I just want to kind of dull it a bit so that when we edit it, it looks a lot more like it was part of the photo to begin with. Let's take away some of the saturation. I'll add some light. Not too much. I think I'm satisfied here. We're gonna go into Lightroom to do a little bit more of the coloring to the image, but I think I like it. Oh, my head's supposed to be open. You almost made me forget. So to cut out my head, let's duplicate this layer here. Zoom this baby in. I'm gonna duplicate it one more time. Alright, so we're gonna go ahead and use my lasso tool, and we're just gonna cut out a huge chunk of my forehead. Alright, go ahead and use your masking tool, mask that, and then you can transform and lift. Transform and lift. And once again, I'm gonna cut out that section of my head. Wow, that was just a disaster. Okay, and then I'm going to layer mask, and this time I want to hide the selection instead of showing it. And then let me hide this right here real quick. So if you guys need to bring anything back, you can select the brush tool. Just make sure it's white and black, and then you should be able to fix any mess ups. Okay, so I'm gonna go back to this little piece I cut out, and I'm gonna use my eraser tool to just kind of erase that piece of hair sticking out there. I also want to just, clean this up, transform it in terms of rotation, because right now, man, it's rotated kind of weird. Beautiful. Alright, so now I'm going to put something right there. We'll put like this. We'll just drop that layer right there. And we're gonna move it to be under both of these layers. And now I can kind of just manipulate it from there. In case any of y'all were wondering what's going on in my mind. There you go. Alright, so the last step, you guys, to make it just look a little bit more realistic, we're going to add some bevel and emboss. So I'm going to go to this layer first, and bevel and emboss is basically going to give me like edges. Because, you know, typically if someone removes your head, you still have a, you know, y'all know what I'm saying. Still have like skin. Yeah, that's what it is. And I'm going to get back in my paintbrush so I can just paint. Make sure I'm selected on that masking layer, and then I should be able to paint my skin back right there. Alright. Alright, you guys. I like it. Let's file, export, quick export, bring that into Lightroom, have a bit more fun with it there. Oh wait, I feel like I should add that cyberpunk sign, you know, just to really feel like I'm playing the part. In case they want to make me a character, I have the poster pre-made for them. Let's open our next image. Let's make my hair blonde. That was really why I came today. I'm gonna select my background layer. I'm gonna duplicate it so I don't mess it up. Which I probably am. Alright, so I'm gonna go to this mask, quick mask tool, go to my brush tool, and I'm gonna amp this up a little bit, and I just wanna cover my hair as well as I can. So let's click our mask tool again. Inverse, layer, new fill layer, solid color. Okay, under mode, I know it's soft light. Okay, there we go. And let's get our blonde. Ooh, I like this rose. Can I still clean it up? Yeah, I think I can go in still and clean this up, cause zoop, zoop, zoop. Final image. Alright, let's go to my background layer. Let's duplicate. And we're going to go into filter, and we're going to go into liquefy, and we're going to try to liquefy these braids. I know I said I wanted to change my eye color. Let's start a new layer, then paint in the blue, and then change the overlay. There we go. So we can find something lock, soft light, and then let's bring down the opacity a little bit. Bring all this into Lightroom. Alright, y'all, so I'm going to take those edits that I just did and bring them into Lightroom just so I can kind of make the colors match to the best of my ability. Alright, so I'm gonna go ahead, go into my develop mode. I'm just gonna go to develop, and I'm gonna do the same edit with that image as well, but I always add my beautiful SP5. I do want to manipulate the white balance so it's like perfectly white, as perfect as possible. Let's bring up that exposure. I have a very specific Lightroom editing tutorial if you guys want to see that. Bring up the highlights, bring up the whites a little bit. I'm gonna bring down the shadows. I want my darks really dark. Bring down the blacks a little bit. And let's bring up the saturation. I'm going to bring down my texture, my clarity, a little bit of decays there. Come down here, so I'm going to bring my beautiful skin color back. Let's add a little bit more orange tones to my skin. Let's go into vignette, and I'm actually going to do a black vignette. I kind of like how the black looks. Do we want grain? Do we want it? Do we like, I kind of like, okay, we'll do like half grain. I kind of like how it looks. So I'm just going to press shift and synchronize all of those edits and see what we got. Nice. 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 Alright, I think this came out pretty cool. So thank you guys so much for doing this futuristic cyberpunk style shoot with me. I had a lot of fun. If you guys want me to try out any other different style shoots, definitely comment below. Subscribe to be part of the Work That Fam if you guys try out to do a supernova. I keep calling it supernova. If you guys try a futuristic shoot, definitely use hashtag Work That Fam if you post it on Instagram so I can check it out. Thank you guys so much for watching. I am gone.